Well, good evening, folks. How is everybody tonight? Thank you for joining me. All of you folks that have come back and watch this on the replay, which I appreciate very much, make sure you give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment when you do. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Costs nothing. We do have memberships and super chats available, so we have a little bit of everything for everybody, but we appreciate you guys. We're going to kind of take it slow in the beginning here and let people trickle in before we get too excited. But thank you all for being here. I'm sitting outdoors in my outdoor office because I know the weather's getting ready to change in our part of the country. Outside a whole lot more for a week or two. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. We got our big Halloween thing going on tomorrow, which we're all very excited about. Thank you all for being here. So, maybe I'll do that. I don't know what my dog is doing. I'm going to adjust my camera a second, folks. So just give me a second or two. As I make some adjustments. But tomorrow's our big Halloween event. So, I need to go grab. I'll be right back, everybody. Watch the birds. All right. Sorry there, Farah. I had to run inside for a second. We thank you for being here. You are from Africa. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. Subscribing to the channel. It said it's a nice house. Oh yeah, this is the neighbors' houses. Here, I'll give you a little look-see real quick. Those are the tops of all the neighbors' houses. So thank you all for the thumbs up. Cara, you are besties. What you doing? Not a lot. How about you? Orthodox Straits in the house. Thank you. What's the channel about? My channel is about a little bit of everything. We do a lot of live streaming. We do a lot of videos. And we are willing to talk about anything anybody wants to talk about. So Farhar saying they got small houses where he is. Delushi, I am new. Hi, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. We got about 1,000 people watching already. We just need some thumbs ups. And subscribe to the channel if you guys would. I am in the United States. Jim is from Michigan. He says hi from Michigan. Thank you. We got a lot of friends up in Michigan land. Good stuff. Keep it up, Orthodox Straits. Thank you. Appreciate that. Need the thumbs up though, and subscribing to the channel. Well, we cover a lot of things. Okara is from Dallas, Texas. Been to Dallas many times. I got family that live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And literally, I've been there a lot. We don't live that far from Dallas. North Dallas. That's a movie, right? A football movie? North Dallas 40? So how's everybody doing yourselves today? How are things going for y'all? Anything we should know about in your part of the world? What's going on? I gotta send a message real quick. So, let me get caught up here. It's been a nice day here, not too hot, which is good. We are, like I said, very excited. My wife is having a big party tomorrow. So we have been working around the clock getting ready for this party tomorrow. And all of you guys are welcome. We will be live streaming the party live tomorrow. It's going to be a Philippine Halloween party. So, but today we had to run around, do some Walmart shopping. God loves Walmart. I had to go do a few other little errands and get some little decorations that we needed for Halloween tomorrow. So, been a busy day. My little dog Lily is trying to catch a toad. So I've been busy with her and her toad catching abilities. So she has a fascination with toads for some reason. So I don't know. But Dallas is a good city. We like Dallas. Been there many times. Farah is saying 97/214. Not for sure what that means, but all right. You can tell it's starting to cool off here. We may get some rain in the next couple of days, which we need severely bad. So 9 people watching, drop me a chat. Let me know who's all here. And then give us some thumbs up. And there's the ducks a-flying. Let's see the ducks. You hear the geese flying behind. Here's some more. Here, I'll show you. There's a whole bunch of geese there. Another flock there. Thought you guys might like to see the geese flying by. They've been up here for the last few weeks, kind of waiting for the weather to change. We have a big wetland up here by us, so they have been hanging out here. But I think they've been waiting for the weather to change, and I think it's close to changing. And now what I've noticed is the geese is starting to head south. So they're heading towards, Mexico, Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, down into the Mexico is where they usually fly down to. So just let us know who's all here. Saying hi is great. We appreciate everybody saying hi. Do you have a YouTube channel? If you have a YouTube channel, let me know, and we'll make sure that I go back and subscribe to your YouTube channel. So it's probably going to get a little noisy out here because this time of the night in our neighborhood, we have a lot of people that walk the neighborhood. And so that gets all the dogs excited, and they bark and go like that. So it's probably somebody walking their kid around the block or something like that, or walking their dog around the block. So nothing too exciting in the news today in America. It's, has been quite a quiet last few days in America. Okay. Eat. Eat. So we hope everybody is doing great today. We do. I'm hoping we're going to get some rain. Let me show you. It looks like we got some clouds coming in. right through there. See that? So I'm hoping that's going to turn into a little bit of a rain event, because we're so dry here that we've been having grass fires on a regular basis all up and down the region here, which is not good. So grass fires, they burnt down some houses and things like that. So we kind of need some moisture. Hang on. So we've been having some grass fires. Oh, that's a big bird. I can't remember the last time we had rain. It has to be... Oh, here's some more geese. I'll try to blow them up for you as they come across. So they should come out the side of that house right there, that pole. Where did they go? We lost them. We lost the geese. Sanders, I'm watching. Thank you for being here, Sanders. I was showing everybody the geese. We had a huge flock of them just fly by, and then we had another huge flock that just almost came by. So, how was your day off? Young man, how was your day off? All right, all right. I got to pick my dog up. Man. All right, sit down. Don't cause any trouble. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. All right, you good? Come up here. All right, no lick. Hey. Oh, you got stuff in your eyeballs. There's a red one here, Lily, the one with the bad foot, has spent all day, don't fall, chasing toads. Just dealing with the car and the kids stuff. Okay, good. Now I'm on my way to pick up the wife. Did you ever come to a decision whether you were going to allow the father to pay for the car, or are you going to run it through the insurance and let all that legal stuff happen? Quit. Look at look. Lily. Lily's the baby. Good. I think that's the smartest thing to do for you. Oh, Lily. All right, come here. You happy? All right. Easy. Easy. Sit down there with Daisy. So here's what these dogs do. Oh, there goes one. Now we're down to one dog. I think the insurance is probably the best way to go. Holy crap. Jesus. Yeah, do the insurance, man. $7,000's a lot. And I would, to be honest, I would not settle from a health tort injury type for a long time. Give it some time. I remember you was here saying hello to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. I remember you. Reborn Troll is in the house. Hello to you. Good to see you again. How are things going for you? The dog's name is Lily and Daisy, like the flowers. Lily and Daisy. Good. I'm glad things are going well for you, buddy. Anything exciting happening in your world? It's Friday night in my world. It's a beautiful night, and so I'm going to sit outside and try to enjoy it. We're going to have the big party tomorrow, and guys are going to be sitting outside. So I had to go get propane today. So I got plenty of gas for the fire pit and gas for the barbecue grill because I got to grill some ribs tomorrow. And got all of those, got that all done. We got all the food we need. We got to make a bunch of stuff tomorrow. I love Daisy and Rose. Very nice. Daisies and roses. Yeah. Yeah, we like roses. We have a bunch of rose bushes in the yard, but it's fall here, and so they're not blooming anymore. And yeah. So one dog's named Daisy, the other one's name's Lily. I don't know what I would name the third dog if we got one. So I can't figure out another flower to name him. So mine's AE. Your dog's name is AE? Really? AE? What does AE stand for? Eh, uh, I had a dog one time named Dog. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. Mine are Baby, Blondie, and Rocket. Nice. I had a dog years ago, and its name was Dog. The neighbor, I had a neighbor, and they had a one of those dogs. Do you remember like the Little Rascals? That dog that named Petey on their show, you know, that with a circle around their eyeball, they had one of those. But my dog's name was Dog, and I'd be out in my backyard calling for my dog and say, hey, dog, don't do that. Dog, get over here. Dog, go do that. And they come over one day and say, man, is my dog bothering you? And I'm like, why? Why would you ask? He's like, why? I keep hearing you saying, hey, dog, do this, do that. I said, no, no, no. My dog's name is Dog. Gus Sanders, first time viewer, and I just subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate that, Gus. Are you any related to Father Sanders, who's hanging out with us also? Thank you for being here, Gus. Where are you from, if I can ask? So thank you for the thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Us small YouTube channels need all the love, the help, and the support we can get. So, what's going on good in your world? You're from Georgia. Nice. We got friends in Georgia. Well, we got friends everywhere, to be honest. But I know Georgia pretty well. Been there a bunch of times. Used to have some friends that lived there when I was a lot younger. But I've been through there enough times. Going to Florida and other places, you know. I haven't got to go to Savannah in years. We really enjoyed being in Savannah, Georgia on vacation, but I haven't been there in years. I haven't been to that place in years. My cat's name is Lily. All right. That's good. I'm happy for you. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, my cat's name is Lily. Well, that's all right. That, you know, you can name your animals anything you want to name them. I'm in Lilburn, Georgia. Were you affected by the typhoon that came through? So Father Sanders, Tate Sanders says, my Sanders roots started in Alabama. And Gus says, no, not affected by the storm, or maybe not related to the other Sanders. You know, I don't know. I know, this is bad of me, but thinking that we had two Sanders in the house, I was thinking, isn't there a bunch of famous people named Sanders, like Adam Sandler? But I immediately went and thought about Colonel Sanders, but I think he was from Kentucky. So, man, if he could just see what his KFC restaurant became, right? He sold it for $1 million, and it has to be worth $1 billion these days. So if he could only see what it become, I'm sure he would be, I don't know, shocked at least. I don't know about happy or sad, but I'm sure he'd be shocked. But we like Georgia. I went to a conference there years ago, so I've been to Georgia a few times. So he's saying, I am from Yemen. It's kind of weird because my country is poor. Well, America's poor too. So don't believe what you hear on TV. Americans, we live in a poor country too. So no matter what you think or say, I'm sure, you'll do just fine in your home country. The key is manage your money wisely and all will go well. That's what you got to remember. We are all poor, right? That's right. I mean, I'm so poor that I can't even feed my dog steak anymore. I got to give them hamburger meat. I mean, how sad is that? My dogs were used to having steak for dinner every night, and I can't even do that. I'm so poor. So, yeah, a lot of people think America is one of those countries that is just the streets are paved with gold. I know a lot of our Filipino wives, or a lot of Filipinos, they believe that until they get here and they go, oh crap, where are the golden roads? Where are all the Hollywood actors at? So, Gus says, I am so poor I can't pay attention. Well, I'm so poor I don't want to pay attention. John's in the house. John, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. It looked like you had a busy day today. I was checking you out on Facebook, so it looks like you had a good day. And remember, Sanders has a channel. If anybody hasn't subscribed to his channel or my channel, please do. So, yeah, Father Sanders or Tate Sanders has a YouTube channel, so please check his out. Yeah, oh, well, I don't know what to tell you. Low budget husband, that's us, buddy. We are that. So, well, you're not going to get our bleeding hearts going tonight because we don't, you live where you live. You make the best of where you live, and if you can't do that, then that's on you. We don't tolerate bitching and whining. You suck it up and do something about it, or you shut your mouth and go in the hole and cry. So, there you go. John says that my wife was shocked to see people sleeping on the sidewalks in buildings. Montana's homeless. Yeah. I mean, my wife was very realistic, coming to the United States because I showed her a lot. We spent a lot of time video chatting. And I took her to my office, to my college. I took her to Walmart. I took her everywhere. So she had a really good knowledge. But I will admit, in the beginning, I think she thought what you see on TV is what you get. And America is nothing like what the rest of the world sees on TV. It's just not. There are no streets paved with gold that I know of. There is no yellow brick road. But then again, in all fairness, maybe a lot of expats go to foreign countries, not necessarily thinking that those countries their streets are paved with gold, but that they're going to live like kings in the foreign country. And so maybe once they get there and they realize that's not the case, it's kind of like when they come here from a third world country and realize the streets aren't paved with gold. Yeah, Gus, you got that right. I'm a big fan. I'll tell you, and don't want to get too deep into this, but I'll tell you, I'm a big fan of President Wilson. President Wilson had the mentality of wanting to be an isolationism, which means that he wanted to take care of American first and let the other countries deal with other countries. And I like that concept of going, we need to take care of our own first and foremost, then we will do what we can to help everybody else out. But my personal life, we help a lot of people, Gus, but I only help people that are willing to help themselves. So I would also have a rule about if a country's not willing to help themselves, that they don't get our help. John says, my wife was surprised to see under the bridges in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, Lorelei I showed her where the homeless people live here. We actually, they're gone now. They tore them down. But there was a grocery store here, and it had some really, really big trees. And the landscaping, there's these really big pine trees, probably been there for, or cedar trees, not pine trees, cedar trees. And I told her and showed her, I said, a lot of our homeless live under the cedar tree. They have a little passage, and you go in and then you cut some branches out and you can make a little hut underneath the cedar trees. Yang is in the house. Your thoughts on about zombie drug people? What's your thoughts about zombie drug people in the Philippines? What's your thoughts on about zombie drug? Is that the name of the drug, like crystal meth, heroin, or something? Or are you saying that they're drugging people to become zombies? Are you talking about what's the other word for the drug in the Philippines? Shamu? Is that right? Shamu? Shabu? I can't remember. If Jack was here, Jack would know. He knows about all the drugs in the Philippines. Shabu, maybe? Is that kind of what you mean? You're talking about that? Yeah, they act like, well, we have that in America. That's very common here. If you go on YouTube, you can see all, like in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, you'll find tons of videos watching people acting like, it's horrible. It's an epidemic. So yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It rots the brain is what it does. And I don't know how we solve that problem. Savo says, thought for the day. Thank you for the thumbs up, Savo, and subscribing to the channel. We appreciate you. Are you talking about the American? Yes. No, it's an epidemic, and here's the sad thing. It doesn't seem like our government gives a rat's ass. The government doesn't seem to care about these people. I mean, we really don't seem... We're more upset over opiates and that than we are all of the people walking around like zombies in the big cities because of the drugs. It's sad, but it's kind of like our government is in hangover mode from the opiates crises in America. And so even though it's all over everywhere and you can see it everywhere, nobody's doing a damn thing about it. And a lot of it is because we've had so many illegal drugs come across the border. We've had so many bad people come across our southern border illegally that it's made the problem worse. So, but thank you for being here, Yang. I like that question, and it's an important topic. So thank you very much for asking that. And thanks again, everybody, for the thumbs ups. I don't know how to, one thing I think America does really bad is mental health and drug addiction. I think there's a lot of other countries that do mental health better and they do drug addiction better. So I think we could learn, if we wanted to, a lot from other countries. But we, and I'm going to say this just for me, we as Americans, or our American government, or politicians are too arrogant to take good from other places and incorporate that into America. We can never do that. We can never take something that works somewhere else and embrace it and say, yes, we got this and we learned this from them. Biden's the zombie. Well, yeah, there you go. John, you're right. Biden is the zombie in power. He is. I mean, and look, and I don't mean to pick on her, but his running mate or who's running now, I mean, that girl is a few crystals shy of a bowl of meth. You know, I mean, her word salad is unbelievable. So Savo says Canada is a good example. We got friends up in Canada. So Canada has some good things and some bad things. But I think some European countries do some things for mental health and drugs that if we would open our hearts and minds to, that we could learn from. Well, Biden is that grandpa that has dementia that nobody, wants around. We just hope he doesn't come over for Christmas dinner, because we don't have to put up with his nonsense or him groping little girls. He's the creepy grandpa, is how I see him. I've always seen him that way. Two-handsy Joe is what I always called him, is Two-handsy Joe. Because even when he was a lot younger, he seemed to really enjoy touching the women, whether they wanted it or not. And there's a video out there on YouTube now of a little girl getting really creeped out. I guess he was at some press event or talking about something, and he leans in and talks to this little girl, and you can see the women behind her and the little girl. It's like the color drained from their faces. And that little girl, you could just, it was probably 8 to 10, was petrified. We don't know what the hell Joe said, but it scared the crap out of her. Drew Biden seems like a clone, yes. Sabo, I don't have much of an opinion about India, to be honest. I've never been there, so I can't speak from personal experience. I've known a lot of people from there. I don't have a problem with India. I love the food. I would like to go there on vacation sometime, but I don't have a problem with them. They haven't done anything to me. I think they're like every other country. They have some really great places and great things, and they have some really oddball things and not such great things. So that's kind of how I look at India. I don't have a big frame of reference. Everybody I've ever met here in the United States from India have been really nice. I mean, they've just been really nice people. So I don't have a negative thing to say about India. Zisha's in the house. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. If you haven't given us a thumbs up, please do real quick. Good morning, good evening, everybody. Everybody say hello to everybody. If you guys have a channel, let us know so that I can ask everybody to go and subscribe to your YouTube channels, all right? So that's important, because we want everybody to get as many subscribers as they can and get to know everybody. Come here, hurry. Come on. All right, Daisy, sit over here. Sit down. Dogs are pulling my clothes off me. So good morning, Zisha. It's good to have you back again. True, Yang says, true, there are many pros and cons in every nation. Absolutely. Jose's in the house. Hey, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Evening host and tubers. And like I said, if you got a channel, let us know. If you guys would all go to Tate Sanders' channel and subscribe to him if you haven't done that, I would appreciate it. Ken's in the house. Good evening, buddy. So everybody say hi to everybody. Check out your channels, each other's channels. Yeah, here's my dogs. See how pretty they are? So we're sitting in my outdoor studio. Jason Tell's in the house, Ken's in the house, Jose's in the house, Zisha's in the house. You guys say hello to everybody. Yang says the doogies are cute. Yes, they are. And they know it too. Let me tell you. These dogs are so freaking spoiled. It's unbelievable. But I like them. I like them. So I don't have any problem with any country, really. I mean, I've never, except for maybe the communist country, because that goes against, but I think every country has good and bad. Just like every YouTube channel has good and bad. Every dog's good and bad. Everything's like that. Thank you, John. So, but make sure you guys, Chasing Tell has a YouTube channel. So if you guys haven't subscribed to his, please do that. and do all that good stuff. So how's everybody doing tonight? Chasing Tail, how are you doing? My dogs will bark until I take my boots off. Oh, that's interesting. That's funny. Mark is here. Mark, thank you for being here, buddy. We do not work on the core problems, but try to fix symptoms. You got that right. Unemployment, mental health, unaffordable housing, and unlivable wages are part of the homeless problem, which leads to drugs. I agree. I think I really agree with everything you said. I do think we have a culture in America we have a lot of great things in America. We have a lot of great things. It's a great country. But there's a lot of people that that becomes, I want to say, disenfranchised, disenchanted, that they can make it in America, that they can have the lives that they want. We don't seem to truly care about everybody in America. We only care about the rich. Core problems. Yang says, true these days, young generation gets influenced on social media very easily without knowing the whole truth of the matter. Absolutely. All very true, Mark says from Ken. Emmanuel's in the house. Thank you for being here. Bonjour to you. We appreciate you being here. He's from Paris, France, if I remember right. He says, your family, where are you? I'm in the United States. So Landon's back in the house. Good to see you, Landon. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the thumbs up. Go to job, my auntie. Okay, you got to go to the job. All right. A young lady working in Walmart got cooked in a walk-in oven. Mom found her and coworker. I saw that, John. I was watching that today. And I truly don't know how in the hell that happened. Because I know those ovens at Walmart. They're only so wide. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if somebody murdered her, put her in there. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting thing. She must have been one little bitty kid, little bitty girl. I know she was like 18. So she had to be at least 20. Well, if she was working back in the deli, I would think she'd have to be at least 21. I don't know. So Yang has a great question here, guys, and this would be good for everybody to answer. What your thoughts about girls opening OnlyFans to earn after doing degrees like engineering and such? Okay. I don't blame anybody for trying to make a living. Would I want my wife to do that? No. But I'm not going to hate on a girl or tell a girl that she's bad because she's figured out a way to make a living. I'm just not. That's how I am on that. So, and this kind of goes to, in our world, the Filipina thing. When Filipinos marry, when a 20-year-old Filipina marries a 60-year-old man, she knows what she's getting into, and you can't blame her for wanting to escape the Philippines. Chasing Tail, I am new sub to you. Good. Thanks, Father Sanders. Wait, Chasing Tail's Outdoor has a channel? What? Yes, he does. Please subscribe to him. It's true. It's sad we men pay for it. Well, and that's what I mean. I'm a firm believer in free choice. You got the right to pay for it. You got the right not to pay for it. You got the right to drink soda. You got the right to drink water. If you want to give your money to some girl on a camera, I would never do it. But whatever. I mean, look, on my YouTube channel, we do memberships and we do super chats. So maybe if somebody likes the way I look, they would give me a super chat. I don't know. And that's one of the ways that we make money. So I think it's up to the person, and on the internet we talk a lot about e-begging, right? That's what they say, oh, well, when you ask for a super chat, you're e-begging. Well, I think there's a difference in the fact that I'm not sitting here and telling you guys I am broke, I'm poor, I have no food, no water, no alcohol, no cigarettes. You know, I have nothing, I have nothing. Please give me, give me, give me. My mother died again. I know it's the sixth time this year. I got to bury my mother. I'm not telling you that. I got plenty of money, but I would, if you want to donate, go ahead and donate. So it's your choice in what we do, and that's for every aspect of life. Yang says, very true. Thank you, Jose. Yes, he does. Yep, he does. He does. Landon's going to go sub to you right now. Chasing Tails Outdoors, so that's good. John, how do we make it okay in our minds? How do we make it okay in our minds? Well, John, I think how we make it okay in our minds is to say, one, it's not my business what somebody else does, right? And two, as long as it's not negatively affecting me, then it's truly not my business. So I think you just go, look, I need to focus on my business. Because I think if more people in the world would focus on their own business, taking care of their own family, their own situation, and not worrying about everybody else, things would be much better. True, Super Chat is for appreciating the content we are receiving. Exactly, exactly. I don't like e-beggars because I don't like the ones saying my grandma died for the 12th time this year, or I'm abandoned and my husband killed. I don't like all that e-begging shit where people are going, please give to me so I can go buy a new iPhone, or please give to me so I can go buy alcohol. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like that. Station Tells is drop. Yeah, and anybody who's blue, if you have a channel, you can drop your link. You do not have to ask me to drop your link. Landon says, Jason Tell, you officially have a new subscriber. Outstanding. My dad used to say, worry about yourself. That's it. Worry about yourself. That's what we try to do. Jose says, well, fellow channels have to head out, drive a Halloween trailer out here. Nice. Have a great day. Well, we appreciate you. And Jose has a channel too, right? Don't you, if I remember right, you have a YouTube channel too, right? I thought you did. Let me change you. I'm going to change you to a blue person. So if you ever want to drop your link, you can. I've changed you to a blue person. So now you're good to go. So you are a blue person. A blue moon rising. So, but I think if we spent more time taking care of us, ourselves, and not worrying about what our neighbors are doing, then everything's better. Oh, anytime. No worries, Jose. No worries. Happy to do it. Happy to do it. So, you know, we all have a reason and a purpose. I do YouTube because I was bored years ago when I retired from working. And I thought I was going to be a YouTube teacher channel, but that didn't work. So it's kind of morphed into what my wife and I do every day, our lives that we live. And we enjoy it. But my long-term goal is to turn a profit so that when I kill over dead, my wife doesn't have such of a financial burden. So that's why we do what we do. Landon, Jason Tell's got back to you also. So that's good. Thank you for doing that, Jason Tell. And this is how we make friends and we grow our channels. And unless you have 100,000 subscribers, we all need help. We really do. We need help growing our channel. And we need to do it the right way. Remember, go find a video, watch it, make a comment, like the video, then subscribe to the channel and hit the alert bell for notifications. That's one of the most important things to do, is just that. I got a mosquito coming out here. Mark's in the house. Poor people and families tend to feel disengaged, right? A feeling of despair. It creates a vicious cycle, correct? Continuous poverty, which leads to negative behavior and crime, poor court representation, drugs, etc., etc., etc. I agree. And I get very frustrated with our American legal system because we don't help people. Our American legal system doesn't help people. I don't know how many people who's barely struggling, who maybe don't have the money to make their monthly insurance payment, gets pulled over. They get tickets in the amounts of thousands of dollars. Well, they can't pay any of them. So now they wind up in jail and in court. You know, we have to figure out how to help those people that are trying to do well, but they're just barely making it, or you know what I mean? How we don't put them behind the 8 ball. So I think how we do the legal system in America is not good for we keep punishing the poor, the lower class. We won't give them a chance to get out of there. I mean, when you get a ticket because your tag expired, 3 weeks ago, and you just don't have the $38 to go to your local DMV to get it renewed, but now it's going to cost you $400. How can people ever overcome that? They can't. And that's when a feeling of despair and desperation sets in, and the depression and the sadness, which leads to, hey, what can I do to numb myself? I'll drink more. Well, I got a buddy that smokes crack. Maybe I'll go have some crack. It's just wrong what we do here. Chasing Tails saying, Tate, you're next, man. Be right back. All right. People move to the other countries to live the American dream. Yeah. That's sad, right? But what is the American dream? Yes, John, we do. Yeah, kids going shortly, But what is what is the American dream? Does anybody know what that means anymore? I mean, we're told, and this is part of the problem, we are told what the American dream is by corporations and governments that have an interest to serve, not our best interest, but their best interest. So we have been told and programmed what the American dream is by people that are not looking out for us. They're willing to pad their pockets. So you got to stop and ask yourself, what is your American dream? And how do you make that happen? Because, what I say to you guys is this. If you remember back, like my grandparents, who have been dead now 20 years, but the first house they bought, they lived in, and they lived there all their life. They raised their kids in it. It lasted them entire life. But my generation came up and being told, you buy a starter house. So we changed the name. You don't buy a home, you buy a starter house, already getting you set up to buy your next house. Then you buy a bigger house and a bigger house and a nicer house. And then when you get older, you downsize and you go back to a starter home. But who's making all of that money? Good to see you, Ken, John is saying. Landon, wait, are we allowed to say that we have a channel? Sure you are. Do you have a YouTube channel, Landon? Sure, you're allowed. Here, I'll make you. Oh, settle down, dogs. All right, Landon, I turned you blue. So if you have a channel link, you can drop it, or people can come, or you can ask people to come check you out on your channel. So yes. You too, John. Yeah, bunch of the old guard. Mark says, when the parolee has to pay the probation system, something's broken. That's correct. Because how are we going to truly help these people out? It's one and only video. I'm trying to see how many subs I can get. Okay. Well, everybody here will go and check your YouTube channel out. Hey. What? No, no worries. That's why I ask people to subscribe to my channel all the time, because it helps grow. That's why I encourage people to go watch all of my videos. You know, if you want to be a good subscriber, I got like 800 or 900 videos. I would like for you to go watch every one of them. Leave a comment and give a thumbs up on every YouTube video I did. So, but we have to ask ourselves, what is our dream? And is it an American dream or just a dream? And if it has nothing really to do with America, then we can achieve it in other locations. And that's the honest to God truth. You don't have to leave America to have a great life, and you don't have to stay here to have a great life. You know, your quality of life is based on you and your decisions, not the geographical location in which you live. So that's something very important for everybody to understand. Now, there's some of us who are not healthiest campers in the world. So it's really nice to be in a first world country where I can get medical treatment immediately versus living in the Philippines, which I always kind of did it on a wing and a prayer, hoping I didn't get sick. So, but that's the way it is, folks. You know, what is your dream? Work on your dream, make it happen. And if Dennis from Canada Land was here, Dennis would say, arm candy's my dream, 2 on each arm. We know what Dennis would say. I thought there was lightning, so it wasn't lightning. No, we're happy to help everybody out. So, yeah. John says, been lovesick. Okay, Dennis. Yeah. I think Dennis, we haven't seen Henry in here yet, but he'll probably show up later. I think young Miss Bai, I don't know if she's been in the house yet, but I think she kind of likes, I think she's kind of sweet on Dennis. So she might think Dennis has a big fat wallet. So, but Dennis is a good guy. And I did talk to Jack today. He was drunk when I talked to him, so somebody gave him money because, you know, he was wasted again. So, and I've been checking with everybody. Well, Daisy, you got down. Dennis is the menace. Yeah, and it could be, Ken. You know, your American dream is to not be an American. Well, come here. Come on. I ain't got all day to wait on you. Come on. I know. Come on. You know how we do this. Sit there. Feel like I'm a dog sitter. Oh, yeah. Well, Dennis has a good sense of humor. That's the good thing. Landon says, by the way, I've been to 4 streams so far. Cute doggies. Ah, yes. Our doggies are cute. They're good doggies. They like wiener dogs, or dash hounds. They like to sit in crevices. They like to be wrapped up and secure into things. So they like to sleep under the blankets and in between pillows. So they like to be crunched for some reason. Yeah, we have these microchipped. John has a microchip, and we have these because when we took them overseas, well, we've always had it, but one of the requirements was to travel overseas, you had to have the microchipped. Ken says, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, anywhere but here. You know, that's what I mean. It's it can be tough living in America. It can just be tough. Oh, you're gonna go to North Korea, are you? Boy. What was the deal the other day? North Korea said they're gonna be sending troops to the Ukraine. Microchip, yes, Landon, you definitely can. And ours are microchipped. So that way you can track them anywhere they go. But in order for ours travel to the Philippines and back and all over the United States. So ours were microchipped from the day one. As soon as they get old enough to be microchipped, they were microchipped. Microchipped. Philippines speak English. That's correct. That's why a lot of expats like to go there because it's easy to assimilate right away because you can get by without knowing a lot. Not at all, John Lima. So you can manage. If you get out in the province, you're going to find a lot of people don't feel comfortable speaking English. I had I've told you guys this. People didn't want to seem to, when I'm there, people don't seem to want to carry on a conversation. They'll speak to me, but I can't get them to carry on conversations with me. They don't like having a back and forth dialogue, and I don't know why, but a lot of the Filipinos we've been around over the years don't seem to enjoy having a conversation with me. The American dream is freedom, family, and opportunities. Pursue your dreams without discrimination and or bias and social barriers. It is a good dream. The question is it achievable in today's time, Mark? You know, the pursuit of, what is it? Pursuit of liberty, happiness, and something else. What was that? I know you guys know it. But over the years, it seemed that, you know, when my grandparents were younger people, because I would listen, they seemed to have such of a different concept of the American dream than what's out there in today's world. Landon is, I think, is Sanders in this? Sanders in this? Sanders has a YouTube channel, yes, if that's what you're asking. Life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Well, John, I agree. In a lot of places, you seem to have, a lot of countries seem to have more freedom. But I want to say, though, with that, what I want to say, I guess, is this. In America, you for sure have the ability to become one of the country's richest people, no matter who you are, where you come from, or what you are. So we may not have as much flexibility and freedom here, but I do believe the United States gives you the best chance of becoming your version of wealthy. You may have more freedoms, but you also have less available to you in other countries. Oh, is he in the stream? Yeah, he's in the stream. He is. Both Sanders were here, but Gus Sanders and Tate Sanders is here. He's just picking up his wife. He's in the car, and he's picking up his wife. But he's here listening. So freedom does come at a price, and liberty's not free. So you may have more freedom, but you may not have the things that you need because they're just not there. But yeah, you may have more freedom, but if they don't have the things that you need, then is it really being free, or are you just being limited by what is there? So Landon saying, Sanders, thank you very much for subbing. I saw that notification. Nice. Jason Tells got back to Sanders also and subscribing to his channel. So nice, good. So I think there's a happy balance. And of course, you got to remember, guys, no matter where you go, if you're an expat in any country, you don't have the same freedoms and or privileges as the citizens of that country, and nor should you. John says, I like my 9-year-old son to be educated in the U.S. for now. He's been homeschooled with quality tutors. Excellent. Excellent. I don't disagree. I think our education system, well, let me say this. I think our education system has gone bonkers with the woke stuff. You know, about a boy can be a girl and a girl can be a boy and a boy can have a baby and all that shit. No. But I do think if you take advantage, some of the education in America is outstanding. I do think there are other countries that do technology better. They do math and science better than we do. They engage students to think outside the box. But we are turning the tide a little bit in America where we're trying to get them to understand science, math, and technology better, you know, and engineering or environmental. So we are making some headways compared to when I went to the kids. Chasing Tell is saying hello to you, Ken, and Chasing Tell is saying hello to Ken. So I think our education system in America needs to get all the crazy teachers out of it. All of the, hey, yes, a boy can really have a baby. A boy can have a baby. No, a boy can't have a baby. You know, I don't know what the hell. You can't be that brain dead and be a teacher, you know. And if you really believe that, then we need to talk about the mental health aspect. Your mental health policy on your insurance isn't working if you believe that. But I think we are finally grasping that we got to teach young people in today's world more about technology, math, and science. We got to get them to learn to think for themselves, which is extremely important. Problem-solving skills is the number one thing that everybody needs to know and how to do. They need to know how to solve a freaking problem. Landon says, hi, everybody that doesn't know me. I'm sorry I'm a little late to this. No, you're all right. Don't worry about it. Thank you for saying hello to everybody. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate everybody's giving us the thumbs up and all that good stuff, making YouTube not want to fire me. I've never been fired from a job, and I don't want YouTube to fire me. So, but it's education's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing. But I think the most important thing in education is how to think, how to problem solve, how to ask questions. That's what's important, I think. And when I was teaching college, that's the one thing I wanted to work hard on, was I would try to get my students to think about things, to ask questions and find questions to ask so that they could come up with the answer. You know, I didn't want to just give them the answer. I wanted to just give them breadcrumbs and have them go dig for it. Because I think that's how you learn. You learn by doing. And that was the type of classes that I taught, where you could learn by doing. So, I don't know. That's just my perspective on it. But I'm old. What do I know? So, John, thinking of your kid, your 9-year-old, would you want him to go to college in the United States or somewhere else? Gray Wolf is in the house. Say hello. Saying hello to all of us. Everybody say hello to Gray Wolf. Gray Wolf, thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. It means a lot. How are you doing this fine evening? Because I do think there's other countries that have outstanding college programs. The only problem is you got to realize a lot of America doesn't accept college credits as being authentic from other countries. So we just don't do it. We don't think if you got an education in the Philippines or Thailand or Germany even, that it's as good as an American education when it comes to that. So, Gray Wolf says, not good here in southern Lebanon. All right, well, maybe things will get better for you there. So, John says he's not for sure about education. At this point, John, would you rather him go to the military or go to college? Well, Gray Wolf, the night's always darkest before the dawn, right? So hopefully things will continue to get better in your part of the world. Is all that we can do is hope for that. West Point. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah. I think West Point would be a good option. I had a buddy of mine in high school went to West Point. He turned out to be a real dickhead as an adult, but he got into West Point. Ken Unger is asking, Gray Wolf is in a war zone. Good luck. He is in a war zone, a terrorist hot spot. So those type of locations, you definitely need to hunker down and keep your head low. And don't have an opinion. One thing in countries in turmoil is you don't want to have an opinion. You don't want to have an opinion. Oh my God, Daisy, you're such of a pain in the ass. You want to go too? It's a car. You not ever heard a car? So, well, and Ken, there's a lot of people that live in inner cities that will say that they're in a war zone here in America. I was talking to somebody the other day that was lived in the downtown St. Louis area, and he was telling me that, man, there's times that he feels like he was in a war zone. What? I feel bad. My dog Lily here. All right. She's the one with the crippled foot now from the car accident. But she used to be the most active dog in the world. But Lily now knows that her foot is no good. So normally Lily would have took off when Daisy took off and went and chased and barked and hollered at things. So, but she knows now that her body's not right. She knows that if she hits the ground wrong, she's going to hurt herself. So I feel bad for my dog because my dog knows that she's not the Lily that she was before the car accident. And that's kind of sad. No, I think we got a bunch of kids running around acting like coyotes. I don't know if you guys can you guys hear the coyotes? Or somebody making that noise like at their house. So it's got the dogs fired up because it sounds like coyotes going. I'll be quiet for a second, see if you guys can hear it. Trick-treaters, joke spooks, yes. Ghost wolves, yeah. Exactly. Exactly, man. I don't think it could be. We could have coyotes here. The only thing makes me think that it might be real was it was coming from that direction a minute ago, then that direction. So they would have had to gone from there to there, which is very well possible. Out that way, you guys can't see, but out that way is a big wetland and a big field, and a lot of fields out that way. So that's what's out that way. Yo, just woke up, Jack. Yo, no, I didn't just wake up, Jack. I've been up since early this morning. So, but Jack's in the house. Everybody say hello to Jack. Jack, good to see you, mate. How you be? What? Now the dog wants to come back up. I'm going to light my fire pit. You guys hang on a second. I'm going to try to light my fire pit. All right, everybody hang on a second, including the dogs. It's getting a little chilly, so let me. Jack says, I'm still alive. Pat Riley's in the house. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I got 4 bags of candy getting ready for Halloween. Nice. We're going to come to your house. There we go. Okay, Lily? All right. Come here. Come here. Come closer. All right. Everybody's all comfortable now, I think, in my world. Let me get caught up. Good to see you from John. Chasing Tail says, yo, Jack. Pat says, good evening, everybody. Everybody said hello to Pat. Jack says, I am still alive. I'm alive. Landon says, bye, goodbye. Take care, Landon. Appreciate you. I'm laying on a heating pad. Boy, I did that a lot this last week, man. My back's been so jacked up. Heating pad and massaging thing. And I'll do that again tonight because I got a big day tomorrow. Pat's asking, when you met your Filipina wife, did you live there or go on vacation? When I first met her, I lived in the United States. She lived in the Philippines. So I went over, like everybody, for 30 days. And then we did the K-1 visa, brought her here. And then we've been back multiple times, and then we lived there for a year a few years ago. So we lived there for a year, then came back here. So, so yeah, I brought my wife over on the K-1 visa. But yeah, so I think John basically did the same thing, if I remember right. So, and Jack's not married. Chasing Tail is in the process of wooing a Filipina. or a Filipina is wooing him. So, I'm thinking I'm going to get a small place there in the Philippines, Pat says. I think, well, I was going to say this. Well, all the places in the Philippines are kind of small. So, you know, so it's not hard to get a small one and just go over for vacations. Yeah, here's the problem from my perspective, and everybody else that's into the Philippine world might be able to chime in on some of this. You want to get on the blanket? All right. Is this? I brought my Filipino back the third time when we went to stay here in the K1. So John did the K1. And oh, you went there and brought her back. I offered to, but Lorelai said, I can fly. Like, okay. But part of our debate, Pat, about we have property there, and we're debating whether we're going to build rental property. And we've thought about building a vacation home there, but since we have dogs, and it costs so much money to take dogs, we can't go back and forth. We can't go there. We would be happy living like maybe 8 months in America, 4 months in the Philippines, but with our dogs, we can't do that. It's too hard. But what my wife and I discuss, and the other guys can help with this too, is if you have a house there that you're not living in full time, don't be surprised if you show up and there's somebody else living in your house. And if you try to get a family member to take care of it for you, well, they're going to take care of it for you. They're going to live in it, or they're going to rent it out while you're not there. And you're going to come back and go, well, shit, where's my house? So I don't know about that, to be honest. Jack says, don't do a spousal visa because it takes too long to bring her home. Yeah, traditionally the K1 visa is half the time of a spousal visa. So yeah, we did the spousal visa. It only took 6 months back then. Right now it's averaging about 12 to 14. But your spousal visa is twice as long. So I totally agree. Go and do the K1 visa. But owning a vacation house there, maybe a condo. If you got a condo in a building, right, and you didn't tell her family anything about it, or something, then maybe. But a house, and you're going to have family moving in. Squatter rights, That's right, John. John knows what I'm talking about. So, because I actually know expats, I know men that they bought a house and did just this. And they were silly enough to make the mistake of saying, well, yeah, her brother is going to live there while we're gone. Well, then when they go and visit their house for 3 months out of the year, they're made to feel like enemies of the state, interlopers at their own house. Because the brother or the family members take it all over. They move everybody else in, and you're the one who's felt like the odd man out in your own home. So that's where I go, man, I just wouldn't do that. I just wouldn't do it. Just wouldn't do it. I think it's good in theory, but the money that you would spend is not that much money to buy to have a vacation home, but the headache would be a nightmare. I just wouldn't do it. And that's what we've talked about and that's one of the reasons we would not do a vacation home there, partly because of the dogs, but also because we know that we would have drama. And so we're going to turn our land into rental properties and use it as an income source for my wife. So that's our plan. And or sell the properties. So if we get offered, we're waiting until the year 27, and if we get offered good money, we will sell the property. And we got it really cheap. They're building all the way around it. There's a new Robinson Mall going in down the road from it. It's in walking distance to a beach in Bogo. So we have a deeded beachfront land, or access, I should say. But we're not going to do that. We know that we would be very unhappy because, you just can't trust. And I don't want to pick on the Philippines in that. I wouldn't feel comfortable here in America either, leaving my house unattended for 6 months out of the year. I wouldn't like that. I mean, if I had a really good neighbor that you were buddies with, or you had a family member who lived right down the road who could take care of it for you, then maybe. John says, my wife has a lawyer manage her house, renting it out, a 3 bedroom, 1,400 square meter lot, close to Dumaguete. Okay, nice. Valencia, close to Dumaguete. And that's what I mean. You would have to hire a property management company to manage it and still hope that nothing bad happens. So, Jack is saying, when I went back home for less than a year, I flew back to the Philippines unannounced. Other than my fiance, she picked me up from the airport and I came here to his house. And my uncle had people living in my shit. Of course, he's making money. You know, you know. Well, I just think it's a risky proposition. It could be done, but I also one thing I believe is that you should either shit or get off the stick. I don't think you ought to have a fiance or a girlfriend in the Philippines for very long. Now, Ken, who's here, he's going to be retiring over there. He's been with Maureen now for about 5 years, so he's very confident in what's happening there. But if you're a newbie to the world and you've just met a girl and you go and you think you're going to get her a place to live while you're dating her and she's applying for the K1 visa, you may be shocked and realize that there's some dude living in your house with her. So if you're going to go after a Filipina, you need to go and do it, make the decision, get the K1 going, and get her here. So, 7 years, sorry. Ken, sorry, Ken. But Ken's not a newbie in this, and he knows where he's going. He goes there every year. Big James is in the house. Hello, David. Hi, Jack. I'd be so angry as hell having people living in my shit without me knowing. Yeah, well, that's the Philippines. And Jack's lucky that the girlfriend didn't have a dude living with her in the house. I mean, it's just the way it is. And I know it sounds bad, but you can't leave them. You can't leave them on their own like that. Yeah, Ken was previously married before Maureen for 10 years. But what I mean, what Ken has done, Ken goes there every year. And he trusts this. But if you're new into this relationship, I think even Ken would probably agree that if you hooked up with some girl and you're going to set her up, well, unless you're meaning to get her happy ass to America quick, or you get your happy ass there quick, there's a really good chance some other dude or some other people's going to move in with her and live off of your money. So, James, how are you, buddy? Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. Appreciate it. How are things out in your world? What are you doing, Lily? We're sitting out by the fire. You guys want to see the fire in tonight's fire? I had to go get more propane. Where is the fire? There we go. There's my fire pit. So tomorrow night for the Halloween party, I got a bunch of places out here to sit for the men. They're going to be able to come out here and drink their alcoholic beverage and get away from the women folk for a little while. Ken says, I agree. You better do your homework on the girl for a good long while. Absolutely. Don't be a sucker. John said, I built a storage shed next to my mother-in-law's house, mother-in-law's house, for the rice fields. My brother-in-law turned it into his own house. Yeah, right. He's like, oh, well, thank you, John. Thank you for building me a house. That was very nice of you. You know, would you like me to pay you for it? No, that probably never got offered, did it? Probably didn't offer to reimburse you, did he? So you just can't, you just can't trust that. You just can't. Well, and sometimes our American sheds, our version of an American shed can be bigger than some of their houses. I mean, I'm telling you, the house we had that we rented there was about the size of my 2-car garage, and the condo was half that size. James says, same old shenanigans here in my part of the world. Been talking to more and more Filipinas in and around my city. Great. Like at Target, Walgreens, that are new to the store. See, James, your part of the country is crawling with beautiful women, What's going on, you two? You okay? All right. Well, don't step on each other. Okay. Come over here, Daisy. Can you sit there? I got to deal with dogs. All right. Here. Jack says, years ago, when I was just a young man working back in Michigan, my girlfriend at the time was living here, running a sari store where she sold used condoms for $1 each. Oh, wait, no, that's not what he said. Come to find out that she got caught having 7 guys running a trade on her in my bed here at 1 a.m. Jack knows how to pick them. Yeah, Jack doesn't seem to have good luck with women, Maybe Jack needs a dog. That's a dog. And this is a dog. Maybe Jack needs to get a dog. Dogs wouldn't do that. Is that right, Daisy? Talk about a high sex drive. Or maybe she was making money. Maybe it was her OnlyFans account, I have a dog and 8 cats. I have 2 dogs and no cats. No. Pat's asking, does YouTube pay good? Are you freaking crazy? I'm still waiting to make a profit, man. I'll tell you, Catmandu. Pat, the real answer to that is, if you're a girl and you're willing to shake your titties, you can make good money. If you're a channel that hates on people and call people names and make fun of people and do things like that, you can make good money. But overall, no. I mean, the only way you really make any money, to be honest, on YouTube is if people give you super chats. That's how you make money. What? I'm talking. Ad revenue, you got to have bukus and bukus and bukus of views to make any real money in ad revenue. So, no, it really doesn't. I keep hoping someday mine will, but no. I keep hoping though. You gotta have some titties first. I got titties, clickbait. I got a wiener. You guys want to see my wiener? There she is. So unless you got something to shake that you're going to get these perverted men to come after you for, then no, not really. Jack says, my cousins walked in on my house and all of them caught a beating. It was a bloodbath. That's funny. Itty bitty 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 club. That's right. Itty bitty titty club. That's it. Yeah. Well, thanks, Pat. I'm glad I can make somebody laugh today. If we can't laugh, one of you. But no, it truly is. And YouTube gets 30% of everything we make. So you don't make it. So if somebody super chatted you $100, you only get $70 of it. If you have memberships on your channel, they take 30% of your membership. So a lot of people would do what they call e-begging and or get people to go to their PayPal accounts. That's what a lot of the girls do. A lot of the girls want you to become a member, and then behind the scenes in the membership portal, they will give you a special treatment, if you know what I mean. And then you PayPal. The guys will PayPal the girls, and they get to keep all the money. And that's how you get to see, how they get to see the special pictures and the special one-on-one videos. So, Jack says Dave's got 2 wieners. I think I got 3 wieners. I got 3 of them, buddy. You know, so just clarify that. No, they don't. They take Bravo, Bravo Tecto, or whatever that is. Protecto is what they take. That might be an ingredient in it, but the brand they take is the Bar Bravo or something like that. It's like $60 for 90 days. It comes in like a chewable, and that's what they eat. Arm candy, eye candy, and arm candy. Well, this is my arm candy at the moment, Daisy. They get jealous. These dogs get jealous of each other horribly. They're like Filipino women. They get horribly jealous of each other. Yeah, you know, a lot of the girls, and it's not just Filipino women, it's women all over the world. But look, okay, to be honest, if you guys wanted to pay me a bunch of money so that you could have some nude photos of me, just let me know. I'm not ashamed. I'll be happy to share. You know, just send the cash to my PayPal account, and I'll make sure you get all the photos you want. So, you know. I'm not above, and that's what goes back to a comment earlier in the day was, do you think it's okay for them to do these things? Absolutely. I think it's okay for anybody to make money however they need to, except for selling drugs to children. Selling drugs to adults are adults. But selling drugs to kids, that's a bad thing. Fast cars catch fast women. They do. They do, indeed. I gave her, when I got married to Lorelai, I gave her the Mustang I had. So, and fast cash catches fast women. Yes. Fast cash could catch this fat old guy easily because I'm slow, man. John says, I'm on Old Space looking for a sugar mama. That's it. But yeah, I could care less. So you can't blame the girls for doing it. I get it. Am I jealous because I can't do it? Yes. Yes, I am. Would I want my wife to do it? No. Would my wife do it? Absolutely hell no. But I wouldn't want her to do it anyway. But I would do it. I thought about doing an OnlyFans channel for feet and just take pictures of my feet and sell them, you know. But I'm too lazy. I've become too lazy in my old age. Yeah, I'm still looking for my sugar mama. That's why I keep putting, my wife goes to work, you know. She's the sugar mama, but she, you know, I feel that, brother, too, brother, yeah. I have ogre feet. Well, you might make some good money on that. You never know, man. Some people like those weird ass feet. And you don't got to tell them you're a guy. You can pretend you're a girl and they'll think, oh my God, these are really weird feet for girls. And maybe they'll give you a lot of money. I mean, you might as well take advantage of whatever you can get. So, that's how I kind of look at it. Not young like I used to be, I know, man. Life gets short as we get older. What do you want? They don't want to talk to you. None of us are any, or, none of us are any younger than what we were yesterday. It catches up with us quick. It does. Old age does. 62, June of 2025. I turn 30 next year. I turn 30 next year, I think. I don't know. That's true. So, yeah. Well, none of us get out of this alive, right? Okay, if you're going to get down, then you stay down. You can lay in the blanket right there. So, we never get out of this life. Next 60 next month. Good God, where did the time fly? I know, man. I know. It is strange. My wife, she's been here 10 years. And that's something she was asking the other day when our anniversary was around. Like, where in the hell has 10 years gone? It just flies by. But what's weird is our perception of time, because when we were little kids, there's times when it just dragged on, man. And then when summer would hit and we'd be out for school, it'd be like, oh, damn, summer's over already again? Crap, So it's crazy. Time's a, and that's one thing I believe is we don't know. Look, I've been dead 4 times, so I can speak. We don't know when our time is up, our time is gone. We don't know anything. So take advantage of the time you got. Don't piss it away. If there's something that you think you ought, I was telling somebody the other day, they're like, oh, well, we want to go to Italy. And I'm like, well, then why don't you pack your shit and go to Italy for a vacation? Well, we're waiting until maybe our 50th or 40th anniversary. And I'm like, why? Do you have the money now? Well, yeah. I'm like, then why would you wait longer if there's something you really want to do, man? There's no guarantee. You could die tomorrow. I mean, I've been dead 4 freaking times, people. I get it. So we try to do everything that we want to do. And sometimes we fail at it. Sometimes we succeed. But at least we try, and we're not just sitting waiting for death to come riding in on a horse. So we don't do that here. We don't sit around waiting for death to come riding in on a horse. Because that's the worst thing you can do. It's like, I talk about that stupid mobility scooter that I use to get around in a lot. I hate it. It sucks. It's a shitty, cheap Chinese one. It's too small for me. But it allows me to get out of my house and to continue to live versus sitting on that couch, and doing nothing. So as bad as it makes me feel to ride it and to use it, I do it because I know it's important to experience what life we do have left. Sanders says, I have sleep apnea. I died about 28 times an hour. I understand that. Yep, I used to have sleep apnea, but I lost a lot of weight and it went away. It cured it. My wife has sleep apnea, though. John says, I like the hot sun, Bakersfield, California, close to Death Valley. Hot, hot, hot. I like the heat, too. That's why we want to go live in southern Alabama, because at least it's warmer there year-round than it is here. I mean, right now, southern Alabama is like 85 degrees, and it's 65 here. And I got the fire pit going. Here, I'll show you another picture of the fire pit. Everybody can say, ooh and ah, my fire pit. Ooh and ah. There's a ceiling fan blowing. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. That's it, and Ken says, I started traveling overseas about 20 years ago, decided I'm going to see the world before I die. Is that a fish tank on fire? How did you know? That's a flaming fish. So, uh, that's the cover for it right there. So yeah, it looks like a little bit of a fish tank, doesn't it? Well, and Ken, we believe the same thing, and that's why we take cruises, because physically it's hard for me to get around. So a cruise allows me to go visit other countries without being absolutely miserable. So my wife only needs to see 11 states to see all of the United States. Nice. I think Lorelai needs about 20 or 21 states. Traveling form of education, it is. Nice fireplace, yes, it is. I like it. Michael's in the house, says very nice. Yeah, it's nice. I got to get this area cleaned up and staged tomorrow. We got a bunch of people coming, and I know there's probably 8 to 10 Americans coming. So we got a smoke machine and light machine that's going to be on out here. I'll turn the light off tomorrow night because for the Halloween party. But the guys are going to hang out here. You guys on the live stream is going to come watch a live stream. You're going to get to see all the Filipinas in the house eating and dancing and acting silly. And the men are going to come out here and hang out and drink and tell ghost stories. Not directly. But you can go, you could fly over to the Singapore or Hong Kong, and there are world cruises that would take you from there back to the United States in a matter of months. So yes, but no, there's not. But you could fly to Australia. One of the world cruises stops by Australia, a couple ports in Australia. So you could fly there and pick it up, or Korea and pick it up and grab it. But it's going to cost you, I don't know, $60,000 to do it. So you're better off just catching a plane. Get you a first class ticket, sit in the big people's chairs, and pay the extra money and don't worry about it, and you'll be all right. So, but they do have world cruises, but they're just not stopping in the Philippines. We've already studied them. But cruises is a great way to get to see other parts of the world, have a lot of fun with a whole lot less stress. So I like it. First class is nice. I wouldn't know. If there was a cruise ship leaving here to go back home, it would be worse than any layover. Well, I don't know. I don't think that's the case, Jack, because cruise ships have everything you need. Women, food, booze, theaters. You just enjoy your stuff on a cruise ship. And you could, I would do it. First class would be much better. It would be. And so I would fly first class. But the world cruises, we would love to go on, but we have dogs. And the world cruise we want to go on for a good room, because if you're going to be on a cruise ship for 83 days, you're going to want a room that's a good room. It would run us about $90,000, 40, 50, about $110,000 for Lorelai and I to do an 83-day cruise. So that's what it would run about a good $100,000 for her and I to do a around the world cruise. You can do them for cheaper, but why would you? Michael says, I've only been on one cruise so far in my life. Okay, nice. Jack says, I don't need a cruise. I do. If somebody would buy one for me, I'd go here real soon, trust me. We love cruise. We're working on trying to get one booked for next year. I just haven't, I'm kind of trying to wait to see what happens with the war in the Middle East. Can I help you? Do you need to get up? My dog Lily's stuck. There you go, Lily. She got her butt sucked down in the cushion of the chair, and she couldn't get her butt out of the crevice of the chair. Yeah, I haven't tried first class, but it would be nice to do. I agree. We haven't either. We're not rich, so we can't afford first class. But our last trip to the Philippines, we did buy 3 seats on the long leg, and we bought it right between the wall. So what Lorelai was able to do was she just made a pallet between the wall and the seats and lay down and went to sleep. Well, here's one thing I'll say in all sincerity. Most of us here are not rich. If we were rich, we wouldn't be here, would we, guys? We would have plenty of other better things to do. So, friend is back. Friend, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Friend, please subscribe and say hi to everybody's channels, you know. I mean, I hate to say this, but if I won the lottery and had $300 million, you people would probably never see me again. So, no offense. So, I live than my means, yes. I am. Michael says, I'm not rich either. None of us are. I mean, it depends on, like we talked about the other day, what is your definition? My mom flew here and took the first class ticket, 10,000 plus, for no reason at all. Oh, Daisy, fine. Come here. Sit over there. Sit. Have you guys ever seen somebody do like the pee-pee dance? You know, when somebody's got to pee really bad and they can't, you know, they got to go and they do a little. My dog does that when she wants to be picked up off the ground and she can't jump because they're wiener dogs. She does like a little pee-pee dance. She's like, you know. Friend, can you subscribe to me? Absolutely. I've already subscribed to you. Thank you for everybody else. If you guys subscribe to them and to friend, it'd be great. So yeah, my dog does this weird little pee-pee dance, I call it, because she wants to be picked up, you know. And the more I pretend that I'm not seeing it, the worse it gets, you know. Yep, pee-pee dance. Friend, okay. Again, first class Manila from Ohio is about 8 to 10,000 USD, and it's just not worth it. I do the old man shuffle when I need to be. So I would rather put, what did we say, it was 8 to 10,000? I would rather put all that but 2,000 in my pocket, because we usually pay about 1,800 bucks for a ticket, somewhere in that range. Nope, not worth it at all. Friend says they only have 5 subscribers, so if people would go and subscribe to Friend's channel, I'm sure our little friend from Argentina would appreciate that. So, Jack is dropping a link for something. So you guys check out Jack's link there. I pay 2 to 3,000 and spend the rest on my trip. Exactly. Exactly. John said, I've never paid first class on a plane. Never been in first class. I did. I was in first class one time. So, friend is asking, what did he say? Which one about what? My cheapest was 1,200 come in here. I got to fly on a couple of private jets. And that's first class, I would say. I used to be, I don't know, I hate to say, but I have flown on a couple of very nice corporate jets and enjoyed it very, 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 very much. First class has good food. Oh, you dropped friend's link? Okay, thank you, Jack. Yeah, I don't mind I don't mind airplane food. You know, I guess maybe I'm the only one, but I really don't mind it. It's not that big of a deal to me. So I don't mind eating airplane food. I went to fly first class just to experience it. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if you could fly first class in like what's the fancy airline, guys? What's the fancy one? Air Emirates. Emirates? Is that the fancy one? I think it'd be cool to fly in their plane first class, because I think they kiss your ass and take really good care of you in that. Yeah, so I would like to fly first class in that, but you know, yeah, Emirates. I would like to do that, but the two corporate, they were two different jets. One seated 8 people, and one seated probably 15 people. And the 15-seater was nicer, but they were both awesome. All I had to do was drive up, pull up to the terminal, you know, to the airport, get out, walk in, and man, it was nice. I probably misspelled everything. Oh, it's all right. I'm not too worried about that. If you like tuna out of a can, you can probably eat anything like I can. Yeah, I like tuna out of a can, so yeah. Airline food doesn't bother me. I mean, it just doesn't really bother me. I will say that I will say that Korean Air loved flying on their planes, and their food was really good. I liked their food, you know. What one has the hottest lady? Well, Korean Air has all beautiful Korean women. They all look the same. I think Korean women are beautiful, so that one. Maybe Emirates, I don't know. Virgin, Virgin Airlines, you know, what's that guy's name, you know? Maybe he has sexy chicks doing his, I don't know. Ken says, the hottest girls are ANA Airlines. ANA, I've never heard of that. ANA Airlines, never heard of that one. And Ken, just how would you know that? Did you intentionally go there and check them out? All Nippon Airlines, they are huge. Oh my God, that's funny. Having a good scooter for a handicap on a plane, do they make sure to get your scooter when you're off the plane? Yes. Everybody's been really good at it. We've never had any problems. Never had any problems. Now they get a little beat up. They're not gentle with them. Just saying. Ken says, I have flown them many of times. Nice. One time I flew from LAX to Korea on Korean Air with an A380 with only 10 passengers on it. Korean Air and ANA have the same hot women. Okay. To Manila. Okay. I had bad legs, feet. Well, Pat, the key is, look, even if you don't have a mobility scooter, when you book your airline ticket, you just tell them you're handicapped and they will get a wheelchair for you and help you get and do all of that. They'll give you priority seating and all of that stuff. So you don't have to have your own scooter to get through the airports and to make it easier. You can just put down that you need handicap accessibility. And Korean Air, I thought was amazed because they were recruiting people to put in wheelchairs. You know, they were out there looking, beating the airport. Anybody that looked like they may have been over 40 years old at Incheon Airport, they were putting in wheelchairs and taking them places. So I guess it's kind of part of their respect the elder thing at Incheon. But they were. I mean, you know, they were picking people out of the crowd. Hey, you want a wheelchair? Come on, you know. So, but that's all you have to do. Just ask for those accommodations, and I'm telling you, it'll save you a lot of grief. Save you a lot of grief to do just that. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about time for us to wrap this up. I can get my doggies in the house, get a few things done, and remember, we will see you guys tomorrow if you want to join us for the Halloween party. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. my time, so 2 hours earlier or so than what we are right now. It's 8 p.m. right now, right here. And I'm going to try to broadcast the Halloween party for all of you guys. And remember, I'm going to ask you to take note of your favorite costumes, because later at a later live stream, we're going to come back and talk about the costumes. So, but I appreciate all of you guys. Ken, appreciate you. Pat, Michael, Jack, everybody who's been here, John, friend. We've had a lot of people in and out, so I really appreciate that. So until tomorrow, folks, Jack says I got to put in a wheelchair by Philippine Airlines. That's funny. Go get I got it today, Jack. I got propane. That's how come I have a fire going. See? Fire. Me make fire. So, well, good night, everybody, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody.